Guys, I finally made my first ever national final after 80 days of injury. This was truly insane. Hello people of the internet, welcome back to the channel and the road to sub 21. I feel like it's been a while, so let me explain what has happened. I just went through 80 days of injury. Yeah, not the best thing to happen at the start of the season, but guys, it's truly my fault. After running my fastest times ever with a 10.5 and a 21.4 at the start of April, I was stuck on how to train. I had over a month before I raced again, and still having no coach at the time, I put myself in a vicious cycle. I started to overtrain myself and I strained my calf for 2 weeks. Later, I then had lateral knee pain for another 2 weeks, and then it became a hamstring issue. The healing got delayed further because I was still trying to train through the pain and be so called race ready for those comps that I had committed to months before this even happening. I just didn't adapt. After realizing I was not in a good condition to race, I finally let my body rest and started to rebuild my hamstring back up. After 3 weeks, I felt that I had to race because we booked this whole weekend off to run in the Midland Champs at the start of June. My hamstring was still not 100%, it was strong again, but we were not fast. Not to mention it was the worst weekend weather-wise and the officials were messing us about, but we still tried to run and it was almost like my right leg was working and my injured one wasn't, so I ran a 22.82. And that was where I drew the line. I've had enough of training by myself, it was time to find a new coach. I then had 2 weeks to prepare for the Welsh Champs. At this point my hamstring muscle issue went away, but it became a hamstring tendinopathy instead. So that's great. And with some help from my new coach, I finally gave myself the right training and enough rest to finally feel like I can compete again. So after 80 days of hell with injuries and illness, it was time to see what I could do in the 100 meters in the Welsh Champs. I had no expectations going into the Welsh Champs other than come out healthy. I truly wanted to compete again and just have fun. Coming into the heats, I was really nervous. I didn't know where I was with my injuries, but I actually felt pretty good, and it was time to see how my leg would hold up.
Expected to win this heat and he's streaking away. Half a second faster.
After running the heats, I regained my confidence. My hamstring is holding up just fine. Not only that, but we ended up running a 10.89, which is now a new season's best and my fastest legal time I have ran in the last 2 years. And let me say this, it felt like my worst race ever. My strides were so choppy, I had no technique or form. So coming into the semi-finals, I had one goal in mind: trust my technique. So that's what I did.
Semi-final one, Sam Gordon, and it is Sam Gordon streaking away from the chasers behind. Keep an eye on the clock, championship best performer.
And I did exactly that to trust my technique, and it got me to run a 10.72, which is now my second fastest time ever, all conditions. I was really happy with the run, I trusted myself and it got me to run fast. If I honestly combined both runs, the heats with the power and speed and the semis with the right technique, I might have just ran another 10.5. But instead of focusing on what could have happened, we are now in contention for the finals. In the semis I came third, but fourth place also ran the exact same time as me. We were both listed to be in the final, but we still had one semi-finals race to go. And the results for the last semis goes as followed. Third place ran a 10.70, so they took the 7th spot in the finals. But fourth place in that race also ran the same time as me. So we are now 3 athletes that all ran 10.72, trying to take the last spot in the finals. And after a long-awaited photo finish, we worked out that I had ran the fastest 10.72. One of the athletes ran a 10.726, the other a 10.724, and I took the spot by 0.02 of a second with a 10.722. But knowing me and my luck, there just always has to be something that doesn't go to plan. My hamstring after the semis was so but I had already decided I was going to run in the 100 meter final. Now it sounds like a stupid decision, but I had worked so hard to get to where I was. I wasn't just going to deny the opportunity to be part of my first national final. So I made it clear to myself, we are running for vibes. There was no way it was going to be another fast run from me. I was truly going to gain experience by being part of a final, to see what it was like for the first time.
Senior men's 100 meter final. Joshua Maggs completes the lineup in 8. Away first time in asking, look out for centre lane, Sam Gordon flew, Raman flew in the heats and the semi-final. Sam Gordon coming back, Raman there, Is I think gonna take it. Just some Sam Gordon.
And there we have it. I ran in my first ever national final. Okay, yes, I ran a half a second slower with an 11.2, but I had loads of fun. It's a shame that I didn't feel physically competitive in the final, but I truly learned a lot. I came into the competition just wanting to come out of it healthy, and with that I exceeded all of my expectations. I came out of it healthy also with a 10.89 season's best in the last 2 years, a 10.72 second fastest time all conditions, and I ran in my first ever national final. And with that being said, thank you all for watching the video, and if you have enjoyed then please do hit the like button and subscribe for more videos in the future. But the question still remains, will I finally break my long awaited 2-year PB in my last race of the season? I guess we'll find out in the next episode of Rev to Sub 21.